how long ago Ramato said that. So okay, we're live.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
live.
After
Hello,
a brief
Sunshiners.
after a brief hiatus, we have returned. Shout out
Yeah,
to Ramato. It is late where he is, and he grinded to get the stream up for us. So should
yeah.
be a
It's
good
midnight, right?
match.
Dude, Finland is a whole different
I think
world. Crazy.
it's
Couldn't
it's
imagine.
yeah. So we're here. Um, what are your thoughts, Tomato, on this great matchup?
This is
Two
really
players.
good because this is a complete toss-up, and it could literally
Yeah,
anything could happen. I think any combination of 2-0, 0-2, 2-1, 1-2 could happen, and only time will tell us what will.
I'm inclined to agree with you here. So I know both of these players have been practicing. I know PK got like a 24, and Invictus has a 25. So it's like close-ish. PK probably has a slight speed advantage, but Invictus probably has a better consistency
I
advantage.
was gonna say PK has a slight choking advantage. That should.
Yeah, disadvantage. Really.
Invictus, just so you know, if you watch this back, you can stand like a fair bit further up that green slope and still clip.
He might be watching this right now. It's a race. He
Yeah, I
can
mean, yeah,
stream
that's
snipe.
true. Yeah, I'm so used to bingo where that's like not
Yep.
an option, but
That happened in the All Blues New Game Plus, where I was like, "Did Ramato miss a blue coin?" And then Ramato was like, "I forgot Ramato was listening." He's like panicking, like while he's playing. Sorry, Ramato. Ramato's still mad at me, but it's okay. I've apologized.
was that the Ombo race? That's so funny if
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
case. See, I could
He
never
was,
watch a race because I'd be like, I would just freak out even more. Like, I don't want to know what
yeah,
people are saying about me right now. I'll find out later and then I'll learn, but in the moment it'll just get me nervous. In
yeah,
fact,
yeah.
in one of my offline scrims, I was streaming it and I got some direct messages from Larvae and I couldn't open them because it could be cheating, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, oh no, did my stream go down? Like I was panicking like crazy. Like I had no idea what those messages could possibly mean. After he was just like, yeah, good luck or something. That was all it was. But but I
I
died like
used
a couple times in pachinko, panicking. Like it sucked.
I used to tilt so badly. And this is like before all the like the DM rules or whatever that I would like DM Ramato and say I like lost. Like I wouldn't ask for advice, but I'd be like, "Yeah, this sucks. I suck at this game" and stuff like that. This is like
Yeah.
years and years ago. It
Hmm.
happens.
Yeah. Uramato making
Yeah.
excuses. Unfortunately, still lost. So.
I don't blame myself. I mean, I do and don't blame. I feel bad. I do feel bad.
Yeah. All right.
You know
Looks
what?
like
It's all
they're
right.
gonna
One
get
of these
started.
days, one of us will beat Amo and something
One day.
one day.
Maybe I
Anyway,
can do it.
sunshines, no
I'm on a lucky
shines.
streak.
Tomato, have you played this category?
I'm actually sad to say that I've never done it. I've played like all M
All right.
graffiti, like I've played a various
Mhm.
set of other wacky categories, but never Tencents, and I'm kind of missing out because I've seen a lot of Tencents. I've maybe seen more ten shines, no shines like runs than any percent
Mhm.
runs, which is crazy to think about, but it's probably true.
Yeah.
Uh,
If you played bingo, you've kind of like you know a
yeah,
lot
like
of
I
the
might
stuff.
as well
You
have
know.
played Tencents. Yeah,
Yeah. It's a great category. I'd say this is like one of the best SMS categories. It's short. It's there's a little bit of RNG, but it's nothing like
it's
too
like the
bad.
fish, right?
It's
That's
just
what
the
is really
fish.
killer. Yeah.
You could argue the birds are like sort of RNG, but there's a lot more skill, involved.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
much as we all hate to admit it. PK losing time.
As you do.
Oh, he might miss jail blue. Oh no, dude, that's
Oh,
so
that
bad.
is tough. Yeah, 2-0 for
That
Invictus, guys. GG. Good match.
yeah,
And
that's a little brutal. Trying to think how you would back that up. I guess you just do it like right
probably
now
just
just to
on
get
the
it.
way to gelato. Wait, do you have 40 or 41 when you trade?
You have 40. Like you need even counts throughout. So,
Yeah. I don't know. For some reason,
um,
I thought you get a 41st before you trade. Like just from routing,
I will say
how the
there's a
route
lot
works.
of different routes in this category, and maybe at like a lower level, there's like a route like that. But
Nah, I
I
swear
think
I was
PK is
watching
doing.
PK and he did something like that. But maybe
It's
I'm
possible.
crazy.
I will say that PK, I believe, is doing my route. I believe he watched my run and like took notes on it or whatever. So
Mhm.
that could be a
Yeah, he's just
good thing
making
or a
this up
bad
now.
thing. This is so rough. I will say this is going to be a very interesting category to watch races play out in because this is not a this really is not a category that you want to race, to be completely honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is a crazy one for sure. Wait, PK does the like side flip starting animation clip? I always do the bait or like the grounded spin. I feel like it's just so consistent.
It's
All right, let's see if Invictus practice
2016
pays off.
somewhere. This looks fine. I think that works. Yeah. All right, so they're gonna be like about even, but Invictus is gonna have a blue, like a whole blue up on PK. That's gonna take some time to get later.
It's okay. There's like 90 of those.
We apparently have audio issues, so who knows if we're being heard or not. I think Romano is just trying to silence us.
Yeah. Classic Romano. He never liked us to begin with, and now he's shown his true colors. Alright, so
Just punishing the. Okay, commentators are technically audible.
what does that mean? That's the least
I don't know.
helpful. That's the least helpful advice you could have given. That could mean like
I don't
you can
know.
hear background noise but not our voices. It could mean that he hears static. It could mean that he hears us completely and there's just a different noise going on.
Fixed. All right, we're all good.
Let's go. Romano,
All right.
Romano, you can count on him to clutch up.
It's all good. I do feel bad for Amato. I do know how it's like to be like trying to figure out a restream. You know as
It
well,
really
right?
sucks, yeah.
You're just like everyone's like waiting on you, and you're just like, all right, well, you're like the
Yeah.
dog in the "This Is Fine" meme where you're just crying.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
So it happened. Everyone shout out to Amato. Everyone thank him.
Yeah. Without him, this restream wouldn't be happening, and you wouldn't be having good sunshine.
It would have been happening. It just would
Watch.
have been happening by me, which I think is worse than whatever's Amato's doing right now. So
I didn't know you were planning to restream. I meant like it wouldn't be happening on Sunshine Community, but you've proven me wrong. By the way,
I was
that
going to.
rollout into the M is so sick.
All right,
Uh,
so they look like they're tied, but again, Invictus is up by a whole blue and a slow blue at that. So
and a yellow.
yeah,
Invictus has got it all.
you should we should do a category where you have to route in like regular coins as well. That'd be sick. No, it wouldn't be.
Yeah, the category would be something like, I don't know. You know, I don't have a name. Max coins, no shines, or something.
That sounds horrible.
That could be
No,
fun. You know, you do like a Bianco 1 hundo,
Bianca 100. Nope, it would.
and
Serena
you
one
know,
100 would be.
yeah, Serena 1 hundo is in there. What, Rico 1 hundo? Ooh,
Oh, this is such a
Rico 1
bad
hundo is
spider.
pretty brutal for all max coins.
I will say that spider was like really bad RNG. So like the spiders are kind of RNG. It's not like there's a little bit of player execution involved.
Mm.
Um, so PK here finishing. I was gonna say finishing with. Oh, don't exit area on that. He's good. He's good. He's good.
That is always scary.
There's an exit area you can do in Pianta. I'll point it out when we get there, but it is really, really
I
fickle.
know the one on the top of the tree, right, at the
Yeah, yeah.
Piantissimo flag. Yeah,
So I actually did a
that
few
one
runs of
I
this
would never do.
offline. I would say it was to prepare for comms, but it's not. I just wanted to play the category because everyone was playing it and it looked fun.
It's a good
And I
category.
tried that, and it is not a good strat. All right, so PK like
They both
behind
got
on top of
like different
being
blues,
behind.
right? Like PK got the linked, Invic got the M by Rico, which I assume
Yes.
the linked is better, right? Because you want to probably get the M by Rico with the play unlock. Or maybe not actually. I have no idea how routing blue coins
Yeah.
works.
So
And if it's different.
PK is doing my route, which means that you get the M early. Now, granted, I will admit freely my route is probably trash. I don't know. I mean, I got a good
I
time
don't
with
know.
it, so it's like,
I mean, you can only get so many blues before before you trade 40, right? So like you might just have to
yeah.
get the M without the Rico unlock, which makes perfect sense to me.
Invictus also, as he told us earlier,
Coconutly.
he doesn't do infinite wall kicks. So later in the category, we'll see PK do it
Ooh,
during Rico 23. But Invictus opts to do Coconut Lady instead, which is
that's a fair
slower.
backup.
It's more consistent. I don't think it's that much slower. It's probably like 15-ish, 10 to 15 seconds more slower.
You still have to backtrack, right? That can't be fun.
Yeah, but you'd have to backtrack anyway, like through the sewers by getting this
Yeah,
one
that's
sewer
true.
blue. So I would say like you're looking at like a 10-second deficit, and that's also assuming that like PK is going to nail it, which he could.
Hey, I mean Rico wall kicks aren't so bad. I remember when you start, they look like the most daunting thing in the world. You see the inputs or something, input display, you look at what they're doing, it's like there's no way I'm ever doing this. And then you try it, it's like, okay, well this is fine.
They're not that bad, but PK self-admittedly says he's been failing them. So yeah,
Yeah, fair enough. We all make mistakes. It's part of the uh part of the process.
yeah.
Yeah, only
So
one coconut on that tree does make that blue pretty brutal, I have
it
to
takes
say.
so long. It takes so. It's like whenever you do like bingo. Have you ever done that in a bingo and you're just like doing coconut lady with
Yeah,
like
it's so bad.
10?
It feels like the worst thing because it's usually it's like the four flatey play, right? To
Yeah.
avoid pin up blue or pin up basket blues. It's like, man, it just hurts.
And you're just sitting there like thinking, was this play even good? And then you're just like losing like 30 seconds.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, that's brutal.
Hey, I mean, I did Coconut Lady today, so
Did you?
I'm
Oh yeah,
basically an
you did.
expert. Yeah, I did. It was my last of the Delfino Blues because I was already over there, so I was like, well, might as well.
All right. So PK not having a great Pianta 14. I think it's 14 blues you get here.
Damn,
Could have been
it's really
worse, I guess.
14. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that actually makes
14
sense now that I think
blues,
about it.
which means that you could do 15 in Pianta 2, technically.
Yeah,
Like,
the
well,
Sign Blue's
by
the only one
Pianta
that
2.
opens, right?
Yeah, but then you lose the nose, so you have to like get all the ones here still.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Damn. Shout out to when
Invictus
you
seems
told me
pretty
that there
good.
were 20 Piano Blues by episode 3.
We've all made mistakes in life,
I'm
and
not.
that
It's just a funny callback. I'm not. It's not like I
no,
hold
it's
a
fine.
grudge or anything.
I actually
I
did
just think
feel
it's
bad
funny.
about that.
No, you
The thing
shouldn't.
is,
I should have
you
known
know,
better at the end of the day.
the thing is, like, yeah, you were coming to me for questions, but also I was still kind of a new bingo player at the time. Like I wasn't like,
I didn't know who else
yeah,
to go to, man. I didn't have that apprenticeship for a long time. Everyone
yeah,
else
no,
was like, buddying up with someone else. I was like, it's trying to feed off information from wherever I could.
yeah, no, it's just funny. But all right,
Yeah,
PK.
this is interesting.
PK lost a lot of time to Invictus there. Honestly, Invictus actually seems like fairly practiced in all honesty.
Yeah, I mean, funny enough, right? Like PK does have more blues than Invictus currently,
Yes.
which isn't so surprising, right? Uh, ooh, let's see. Ooh,
Ooh,
barrel
this is up
whenever.
and barrel.
Yeah, that's barrel whenevers are tough, man. I feel like when you mess
Yeah.
one up, you should just go for banana at that point, but
The thing is, like, it's the sunk cost fallacy, right? Like, you already did it
mm,
once, so you're like, I need to do this again so I could save time on it.
yeah,
PK, what do you?
he's trying his best. It's very interesting how their routes differ. So Invic is gonna come out of Piana with two blues more than PK, but PK has this like whenever and lead into Serena. So
So you might be right that Invictus is going to be getting 41, like a 41 blue trade.
mhm. I mean, probably 42 even, right? Has Invictus gotten the bird?
Oh,
Because I
he does
assume you get
banana
that
lady
on the way home.
here. Interesting.
Whoa, crazy.
So I guess the strategy here would be like you're already throwing the banana, so now you could throw your fourth banana to get to Serena, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I like
Okay,
that.
I'm
Cool.
fine with that. I mean, what Invictus is doing here is actually quite smart. He's going for like kind of like a more consistency driven route, which I think actually works for this sort of race.
Yeah. No, I mean that makes sense to me. Parallel whenevers are tough, man. Not that they're
I
harder
agree.
than normal whenevers, but it's just annoying to miss and then. So PK
Yeah.
doesn't have the Rico M, right? I think.
No, he does not. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. I was right about you get to wait on getting that one enough time for
I
before
don't know
your
how Invictus plays it.
draw.
I like what I don't I hate selling my routes because my routes are really only for me, honestly. So I hate when someone's like, "Hey Jeff, I looked at your route and I'm gonna be doing it," because I'm like, I'm sure it's not optimal, but I have to like defend it anyway. So we're out
Yeah, I
here.
mean everyone's just got different things they're comfy with, right? So it's
Yeah.
like it makes sense.
So
Man, it's actually
Invictus, we'll see
so
if
hard to compare where they're at because they're basically tied in blues.
we will
Uh,
know after gelato, after the gelato one, because PK, that's when he's gonna get
that makes
the
sense.
coconut, the jelly skip too.
That's true, but also there's still the Coconut Lady versus Rico Tower trade-off.
True, and it's gonna depend if PK can nail it or not.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a really good race actually. Very hard
Yeah.
to evaluate a leader, which is nice. I like a little bit of route difference, a little bit of who knows what's really going on.
What's good about this race is it's actually really close, like pretty like equal like skill levels, like, at least with like this category.
Yeah.
So it's actually a race worth. It's not like one of those races we saw a lot of races this tournament where it's like Ramato versus like someone who like isn't as good as any percent.
I think a lot of them didn't get restreamed. Somehow we got like the best hits restreamed, I feel like, which is nice.
I wonder if there is a correlation.
Yeah, I think ultimately people just want to restream matches they think are going to be good, which is, fair enough. You're offering your restream services, right? Like,
Yeah.
who are we to argue?
All right. So PK doing the strat where you route in the Jelly Skip 2 during the Gelato unlock. That is way too high up. Okay.
No, that could work.
All
Yeah,
right, not
yeah,
bad.
yeah, he's fine.
I honestly don't remember how much time this loses nor saves. So,
I
yeah.
assume it's faster because when Invictus did it, felt pretty random to me in terms of like Delfino blue routing. Like he did it in the SM cutscene when SM had already been all the way
Mhm.
over to the Bianco statue. Where here it's like at least it's paired with something, so I assume it's faster if you do it right. But
It is one of those
ultimately,
things
what do
where
I
I'm
know?
sure it saves like, 2 seconds, but like you may as well do it.
Yeah, yeah. Like if you want to get it out of the way early, I get that too. If it's a reset point for you, like that makes perfect sense to me. Oh,
All right.
Invictus doing the linked with the plant. I like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
and then you're
believe
gonna
this is
get
like
the. Yeah, this is cool.
so like the optimal strategy, I believe.
Which is crazy because everyone likes to talk about how bad the double linked or like the linked cutscene thing is.
PK does not do Coconut Lady
PK
at
has to
all.
do Rico Tower
Yeah.
and Banana Lady, I think.
Yes.
So it's actually a very tough call to say who's ahead. They're just very different routes. Oh, PK has apparently drowned to this fish before, so we get to see this one.
Oh,
Why are
well,
you?
he's doing
Whoa, you're
way
going
too.
way over. This guy, he's doing too much. Okay, okay, he got the fish. He
No
got the
wonder he
fish.
died to that fish before. He wants to swim for like 10 hours.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Well, Gelato and Rico, I think, is really when the rubber hits the road in this category.
Yeah.
Like these are like the two like things in this category that are most important.
I remember a few years ago talking about if, you have your splits for 10 sins, right? What if you name them after the seven deadly sins? And I remember Tober was like, Gelato has to be Wrath. I hate this place. And yeah, I mean that tracks, the rubber really does hit the road.
Yeah, this is also like the most RNG in the run is the fish. To be fair, the fish really do suck because it's like you could just lose like 20 seconds and it's like literally not your fault.
Yeah, no, fish are brutal.
Like birds 120 runners will look me straight in the eyes and say to me birds are like entirely within your controls. And I'm like, are they?
Entirely. I
I've
feel
I've had
like
people tell me that.
I feel like when they're on the tightrope, they're entirely within your control. But can't they like
Yeah.
fly off complete random
Yeah, so if
off
they're
the
on the
tightrope?
rope, then yes. But like I've gotten to the rope before, and then they're not even there. I'm like, okay, well,
Yeah, like how's that in your control? You
what am I
got
supposed to
robbed.
do?
PK's gonna mess
This
up
is
these birds. I can smell it. I can smell it. Yup, there
yep.
one goes. Maybe he
To
gets
be
the
fair to
second one.
PK, that was a
They
very
they were
awkward
pretty
order.
tough. Yeah, yeah. I can't really. I could just see the birds. I knew. I could tell what was gonna happen.
Like one of them, when one of them is facing like the direction of like the gelato hidden shine, like it's over.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's a way to do it consistently, but
Oh, that's okay. That
I
actually worked out. That was not that bad. Assuming PK actually gets this. Okay, that's fine.
yeah. No, PK's grooving.
That was like best case scenario, I think, for that.
Yeah. Okay, this is interesting. So PK's up 6 blues. Invic is out of the dastardly water section. But PK still has to get Banana Lady and Rico Tower, right? So I'd say
Oh, this is
overall
really
PK's
bad,
probably
actually.
still ahead.
PK
I'm
might
just
actually miss this link.
no, he's fine. Trust. That link is out forever.
Okay, so not refilling his water, which is bold. Okay, never mind.
He did. Yeah, you have to go up on that top tightrope, don't you?
Yeah, he's also gonna have to like go back to
Oh
ground
yeah,
to
the
get the
coconut.
cow quack. And
Yeah, you have to get so many gross blues in gelato, don't you? That's kind of sucks.
that throw is so not gonna work. Oh,
Oh, he
that's
missed the
really bad.
link. That is now things get interesting.
Yeah, so I'd probably say Invictus is like now favored in this race.
I don't know. I feel like somehow PK built up a pretty good lead. Uh, and just I guess just in terms of the raw blue coin count. Which to be fair, he does have 2 slow blues he now has to still worry about, but that link is gonna hurt.
Oh,
That's gonna hurt
dude,
more. Nah, yeah, okay,
that's
now I'm
really
on board.
bad.
Invictus is ahead.
Well, you may as well get the link
That is
now if you're gonna be like on the
brutal.
ground again.
He's picking this one up, I guess. Fair enough.
Routing these in.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's this is
That's
not
that's
going
a that's the PK. I
this is not going too well. I'll be
a victim of wrath. Yeah, I don't know.
It's
This
okay.
is
You know what? We're all out here for fun. These matches, these week 6 matches are kind of, we're all just here. We're all just watching SMS.
what if they somehow make all the difference?
I don't think it will, unless Tyro forgets to submit a run
Unless we
task.
cooked a masterclass genius task route that nobody else could fathom is the real descriptor. But yeah, no, I mean let's be real.
Yeah,
That's
PK is only 2 blues ahead now, and he still has to do Coconut Lady and the tower, so that's really
or he has to
bad,
only do
honestly.
Banana Lady, right? I think.
And the tower, the Rico tower.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
So
just
that's
saying
like,
Banana Lady a lot nicer than Coconut Lady at this juncture.
yeah, that's pretty. I mean, you could always like Invictus could always like throw
Dude.
or choke somewhere, but
Oh wait, PK's not even doing the. Is it faster to not do the spin? I guess. That's
nah, you just
interesting.
you just jump off. Like there's really no
I
reason
mean that
to.
makes sense. Yeah, I'm so used to Gelato Hundo that it's like that's the only movement I know. But yeah, that does make perfect sense.
All right, so PK. I'm not gonna lie. For a second, I was about to ask if PK was missing a blue. He's not. PK, if you're listening, you're fine. But I was like, I'm about to repeat history.
You really had to spook him, didn't you?
You're fine, PK. I don't even know if he's listening to
A
this.
fire piano. Yeah, I mean yeah. This is fine. PK is what fire piano, banana lady, and then 23 Rico. So seems good to me.
Yes. So they're gonna be tied though when entering Rico, I think. Maybe not.
Pretty much. But I don't know where that banana's going.
PK is
Is this
throwing
the
this at the.
angle?
No, not
This is
really.
not the angle. Okay. Thank you for telling me I'm not
That is
crazy
like the
because
sharpest angle I've ever seen for the bananas. He's throwing
yeah,
them to Noki, like they're on the way at Noki
yeah,
basically.
yeah. PK is certainly doing something. All right. Well,
Okay.
it seems like it'll come down to Rico at least. PK is what? He's basically a Rico Tower blue behind
Yeah, maybe
at
even
this
a little
point.
bit more behind. I think they're gonna enter at like roughly the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
Invic
gonna
will probably enter
be
first.
Invictus. Like basically would have to like mess up somewhere. PK would have to not mess up.
Yeah. Then again, Rico blues are really hard.
Yes, there are times. I mean, they're not like that. They're hard, but they're not hard in the sense where there's not many choke points, I guess.
Yeah, that I agree. I'm just saying, like, if PK plays out of his mind, I could see it that being enough. The question
PK
is, what does PK's out of his mind look like?
PK has
I mean,
told
this
me he grinded this IL and he got like a 3-3 or something. Now
330 is
his
pretty good.
trying to remember
It's
what the
been a minute.
record was. I think it's like
315
3-8,
maybe SM.
308 maybe. Like
Damn, I
definitely
believe it.
SM.
I haven't. I haven't paid
It's
close enough attention.
I will say record is really good. I've tried
Yeah,
really
it's
hard to come
insane.
close to the record, and like it is dang dang
People are good at
optimized,
Rico
dang well
23.
optimized.
Oh, you go the right side of the boat?
What
Ooh,
the that was cool
that
from
was
PK. I've never
cool.
seen.
Yeah, you saw that, right? I was like, whoa, I didn't know about that.
That was sick.
That's, yeah, I'm learning.
Oh, Invictus falls. That is kind of what
Oh,
PK needs.
yeah, that's exactly what PK needs. All of a sudden, this is blown wide open.
PK probably still needs like one more like sizable mistake from Invictus, but that is
I
it's a
don't
start.
know. So Invic's down like 15 seconds, like discounting the tower blue, and the
Oh no!
tower blue is
Oh
like
oh
what?
oh oh! Good. Okay, he's fine.
Oh,
He's fine. He's fine. He's fine.
Invic, oh
That
my
was
god. But that could, like, at this point, I think little flubs matter enough to where, like, even something small like that costs like 5 seconds could be a difference maker. Exact same blue count, sub versus tower.
yeah. I hate this
This is a
blue.
great
Like
race.
whenever I see people going for Rico 1 through 323, I'm like, please don't go for this blue, even though it's like in Ramato's like
Is it in his
playlist.
playlist? Ramato, bro. Update that
But
nonsense.
it's like from 20 like 18 or 2019. To be fair, the video, so I
Yeah.
don't blame
You know, hey,
it.
every video of mine that's in the Ramato playlist is a banger, so I should just make my own. Shout out! I know when I watched back the bingo release, I skimmed through it, and Ramato was talking about the thumbnail I
Oh,
made for the Noki 12, if you remember that.
PK taking a fall, which actually could end up being pretty significant. Oh, this
Yeah,
is
this
like the
is.
old way to get up here.
Yeah, I feel
Interesting.
like you might as well just come. I mean, it's good to know this as like a backup, but
These
PK's
are looking
wall
a
kicks are freaking me out.
little,
They're looking a
little.
little jank. Yeah.
Oh, oh no. Yeah, I'm not.
Should be enough
That's way
height.
too. Oh wait, that's fine. Okay, all right, all right,
Yeah.
all right. It worked. It
But
worked.
they are basically tied. They're getting this 40th blue, like, or 41st blue. Or no,
Oh wait,
Invic has
PK
one
is behind
more.
one. Wait, where? Oh,
Oh,
that must have
this
been this
M
M.
right here. Oh wait, no,
Wait,
Invic is
no,
getting it too. Oh, it's
is
the
PK
link.
missing a?
Wait.
What?
Uh-oh. Surely it's like Fountain or something, and Invic just picked it up along the
Yeah,
way,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Surely.
That has to be what's happening. Oh, it's just this M. It's this M on this wall, which actually has been debated
Okay.
whether or not it's faster to get it here or not. Dude,
I
this
always get
is.
it with the link. This is really
Mm,
close. Wow, 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 wow. Nerf setting in. Invictus has like 2 seconds.
it's gonna be close. Well, now it's not close.
It's not
Now
gonna
it's
be
over.
close anymore. Well, that's certainly a way to lose game one. That is brutal. Wow.
It's
Yeah,
okay, PK. We all still.
that is brutal. Wow.
it's,
I would not be. Yeah,
it is over for PK. Oh, the stream. My either the stream died or my internet died, and I think it's
I
me.
think it's your internet. Yeah, I still see the streams
It's
fine.
fine.
But yeah, that is that is brutal.
It's not good.
Yeah, this is looking. I don't see how Invictus loses this at this point, and that should be game one unless PK has insane stream delay, but don't really think that's the case.
Invictus like forgets
Oh
like where
well,
to go
now
to
it's
trade.
extra over PK. Come on, get it together.
Okay.
Oh, now yeah, he knows it's done. GG. Game one for Invictus. That was a really good
GG's.
race until that. I kind of wish it didn't end that way. That's a little tragic.
It's one of those things where it's like because there was so much pressure, it's probably a mistake PK made. You know, like so many nerves going on.
And this is what I'm saying with watching the stream. Uh,
But I guess PK wants to finish this out, so
Fair
we'll
enough. Yeah.
watch him with these last few blues.
Is this even finishing it out at this point? Or
I wonder
what
if he's
move
like
did I
not
redeem?
watching the stream and he's just like so he's like not aware, like for nerves, like and slash me saying his blue counts are not right.
Yeah, if I were PK'd, like I would have already like gotten nervous 3 times or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You know what though?
All
I think
right.
it is valid to be like, I'm not gonna listen to the stream commentators because they are dumb. I'm just kidding.
I definitely wouldn't. Not even because they're dumb, but just because they would make me nervous. Yeah, missing that blue too. PK, a bit of a crumble at the end of this one, but
It's okay. We've all been
it
there.
happens.
This happened.
And that's game one in the books.
Game well, still have to trade. Still got to get that trade in.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I guess the players will now reset.
Yeah, a little bit of break in the action. And
Yeah. PK punching a wall probably in frustration. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
So Invictus, we could see the Pinna cutscene. Technically, there's a category called 12 shines, no shines. Actually, it's not a category officially. But you could technically unlock Pinna and get 20 blues there if you wanted to do 12 shines, no shines. It is an option.
12
Tober
Sins
is
is a
Tober.
classic. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I always think of Tober when I think of that category.
It is a Tober category at heart. I don't think
Yeah,
anyone else has done it besides maybe Shadow Mario did it once.
surely someone else has. Is it on the CEE or is it the CE?
I don't even know if it's on that.
Really? It's not even a CEE. That's tough.
I don't know actually. It's on the IL sheet, I think.
So it's a CEE, I guess. That's what they're called, right? Category extension extensions.
Yes. It is on the it's just like the bottom of the barrel categories that like no one plays.
Like all cutscenes. That one really
Yeah,
is
Ombo
tough.
and GB. That's like an Ombo and GB
Ombo did
creation.
that? I thought it was just GB. I swear if you check that sheet right now, it'll be like first GB, and that's it.
It might. And I feel like half the categories on that are like my categories.
You know what? I'm pulling them up right now. IL sheet. Here we go. That's where they're on, right? Just in another
I think it's on the
tab.
IL sheet. Yeah.
Wow, they're so deep. Yeah, they're so deep in all signs.
All signs. Oh god. Category.
Flooded Plaza, all shine. Yeah, all cutscenes. Here it is.
Is Ombo on there?
Enlivened World Tour. No, it's just GB. Like I said. Mirror mode. Mirror mode seems like it could be fun. That could be a real CE if people play it.
I'm actually surprised that's not on the CE because that was done in a race. Like there was like 30 people who did the race. And so like theoretically if
Man,
like at least 5 people just submitted their race, like that could have been a category. So I'm kind of surprised it did not end up becoming
I
a
assume
category.
people like didn't really care. This is probably what happened. They're like, oh,
No one
whatever,
highlighted
just
the race.
toss it on the mirror mode or
I mean, I
the
didn't highlight.
CE.
Yeah, I didn't highlight my run to be fair. So,
Yeah.
all right, I don't know what we're waiting for at this point, but maybe the players wanted to like use the
Yeah,
restroom, grab some
Invic was
water.
like, I need a moment, but
Oh, okay, that's fair. I didn't see
the
that.
moment's
That's
been
valid.
had.
No,
So,
no, you're good. I'm not trying to
yeah,
rush
dude,
anyone. I just did not miss. I just didn't see that, so that's all good.
shout out max percent scoreboard on the CEE. What a brutal category.
Yeah, well, I don't think did anyone even finish a run of that?
Yeah, Pogo and SM both have times.
Like 10
10 and
hours?
11 hours.
Great.
Actually
That's
insane they did
great.
it that fast. Like the King Boo grind, the Piano 6 grind, like Jesus. Actually, two incredible players played that category. The Noki birds are so bad as well.
Dude, that's so bad.
I know. That's actually the worst
Oh,
part about it. Like I could stomach
Invictus
sitting
goes.
through some of the other nonsense, but the Noki birds are like, wow, they're so bad.
I didn't know Invictus goes for Scumbag
Scumbag?
Women in Delphine. It's interesting.
Yeah, I remember him mucking it up a little in the first race.
It's one of those things
And
where if you like don't, like, oh please don't miss this again. PK misses it
PK,
again. Oh,
come on. If this guy has been talking so much about how like if we played bingo, I'd be kicking your butt, and here we are.
Hey, PK, to his defense, beat Bry Guy in a top secret scrim that happened during
I
this tournament.
know, which is Brian must have like had a bad an off game. PK got lucky. I just don't fathom it.
Yeah.
I just like
I
to
mean, it was
poke
early
fun at
on,
PK because it's a
so Bry
mutual
was
thing.
in.
Yeah, it's true. This is before Bry's second prime,
Hey,
so
Bry beat
doesn't
me
really
in a
count.
scrim, a top secret. Granted, I
Yeah,
did it was a scrim, and I knew no one was gonna watch. I just like did a really, really troll route that deserved to lose, but it counts.
PK had mem card in. I love
PK,
this guy.
I feel like PK is not in a good position, just like mental, like after like once this happens twice in a row, I feel like it's hard to like rebound from it.
I feel like PK generally has pretty good mental though. I don't know for sure if I agree with that, but I'd say like most of the time like he can take things with a laugh and
That's true.
feel alright about it.
He's not like
Which is honestly
this
really
happened.
good.
I would have like
Yeah,
probably.
you would have tilted out of your brain.
Oh, I would
I
have
remember that 79 shines race. Yeah, like that's brutal.
Dude, I don't blame him. Does anyone blame me for that? Would anyone have started playing well after that? I don't know.
I didn't see it happen, the fluff, but I just remember the chat
It wasn't
messages
even a
after.
fluff.
I know it's like,
It, wa-
I
it
think
was
you
like
like
a
ground pounded or something, right? I don't
It was
know
like
what
a
happened.
ghost L button input, which like I don't remember pressing L. I have no idea what happened. I think that makes it worse. Like I would have actually preferred it was a fluff.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
washed.
that's fair. Because then it's like, yeah, that happens. But
It's okay. What are you gonna do?
yeah,
I'll just join season 2 of this tournament idea in 2028 and avenge myself.
it's okay. I have some avenging to do as well. This has been a less than
I feel like you
stellar
had a
event for
pretty
me.
good. You had a pretty good. Like your 2 matches with Bryguy were like really close, and then you beat
Yeah, but
Rasmus.
the Brasmus one does actually turn it from like a pretty tough season into like I don't feel so bad about it anymore. Cause like what else did I really do? I played 5 games. I won against Rasmus and World Star, and then lost to Bry twice, which is like that's pretty damn respectable. Bry's really
That's
good.
a good player. Yeah.
Bry's like a big inspiration too. So like
You also
I don't know.
came
I
like
felt very proud of
close. Like it wasn't like
the
Bry like stopped you. It was like the first one was like
yeah. Oh, the
super super
second one was
close.
so I was so sad that I died in Rico 2 Hundo a couple times. I was very upset about that. But yeah, the first one I don't feel bad about at all really. That was a great game.
I am surprised how many times we've seen Rico 200s during this like season.
No, it's because of the hundreds in an episode too. Like that
Yeah.
is a huge Rico 200s buff, I feel like. It's like kind of the
Oh,
best place to do it if you're not doing like Gelato 2. And even then I think Rico 200 might be faster. It's close.
it's pretty fast. Like the thing is, it's hard if you're not practiced at it. Is the only thing. I was saying that
Exactly, yeah.
last. You'll see it when you guys
Everyone
check it
who's done Rico 200s is like lost. So.
out. That used to be like the meme in like season 1 and 2 of
Yeah, with
Big O. It's like
Gelato
if you
1.
did,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a classic. I remember I was a perpetrator of that. I was like, "Yep,
it's a good meme. It's funny.
it was, yeah." And there's some truth to it in the sense of like it sucks to do Gelato 100s even if you get 2 clicks out of it.
It was true until in my match against Average Trey, I did it and won somehow,
Mm.
and then no one ever made
That
that
was a
joke
great
again.
match.
Did that? I consider that one of my best matches ever.
It was really good.
I was popping off with them. It's just for the sense that like I don't even know if it was technically my best match, but like the fact that I beat like Trey, who's like an SMS like legend.
PK is
I was
typing.
popping off. PK is gonna forfeit. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I certainly hope not. I don't know what he was typing about, but he was
He
typing.
might have just like fat fingered the keyboard by accident. Like maybe he split and like
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
like the cursor
that
was on
tracks.
Discord. I do that a lot.
Okay, this race is once again pretty close, it seems at least. I do like the little like disparity in which blue coins they go for.
It makes it a little interesting. Yeah, like there's a
Yeah,
million. There's like I don't say a million. There's like probably 5 different routes you could do.
yeah, yeah. It's like this
But
choice to go for the linked versus the M is interesting.
we're
Because
kind of
Invic
repeating
like makes the
history
link
here.
work. Yeah,
I feel like we're just going through the same. Oh, never mind. Now the match is different.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The thing about this
Yeah,
category
Bro
that
used to get
sucks is
one is
there's
tough.
really like no backups at all. So it's like if you miss a blue, like
Oh, I
your
love
options
this
are either to
strat.
do Coconut
Oh,
Lady.
he didn't do it right. Oh yeah, coconut. Yeah, it's true. There's really no like way out of some scenarios.
All right, so that's not the
PK,
worst.
did you see what he was trying to do? He was waiting for the bird to come around and trying to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
it to land on that little awning. Just
I do
was
like that
not
strat.
damaged enough. Yeah, I've done that so many times. Where I'm like, well, didn't get the kill, might as well do this.
All right. Oh, oh.
He's
I have
fine.
no idea what happened.
It's okay, it's okay. Don't panic. Oh, panic! Never mind. PK, what is going on? It's alright, it worked out.
All right. Well, all good.
Did Invic get jelly skip again? I
Yep.
wasn't paying close enough
Well, he's gonna
attention.
do one right here. That is.
Yeah, yeah.
I was worried he was gonna get stuck there. That was like super sharp.
Yeah, I just didn't know if the jelly skip 2 last time was impromptu or planned, but I suppose it's planned.
Invictus seems like actually pretty solid right now, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, Invictus is playing great consistency stuff, like, and I'd say Invictus is a fair bit ahead in this game as well, or
Yeah, I
so
would as
far
well.
at least. It's
The
not
thing with
like
PK,
you can't overcome it.
the PK is
But yeah.
never gonna like go for a consistency strat, even if he's like not consistent with it. PK is the type of guy who like wants to go for all the like I've begged him before, like do this strat, and it's fair. It's a valid play style, you know. Like Nindide got really good off of like just getting consistent at like super hard strats, you know. And there's players nowadays who do it.
Yeah.
It's a valid play style, but like
I feel
for a
like it's a
race like
more
this, it
valid
doesn't.
playstyle if you practice.
Yeah, I mean
It's
taking
okay. I
practice.
actually sympathize entirely. I was the dumb who was going for 42 strats and pin a 2R today for no reason. So it's
I
like
was so confused why you were doing hoverless, and then Larby had to point out like 42 strats start hoverless. And I was fine
yeah,
with it the second time. I was confused the first time because I was like, "Aren't you off cycle?" Which I guess
I
technically
was
you
off
weren't.
cycle. I was off cycle enough. Either way, why am I doing that in a bingo? Like I've hit the 42 a couple times, but I haven't practiced it in like months. So it's like I don't
I
know.
will like
It's a
in
mess.
bingos or whatever, I will go for the 42 strats, but the second I make like any small input miss error, I will just give up on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty like if you can do the start a little bit, it's like you can kind of ride out the high of the 42 strat,
Yeah.
uh, and mostly be all right in good shape.
All right. Hope that chomp is nearby. There is
Yeah,
like slight RNG with the chomp placements here. It's not like that important, but it exists.
it's not real RNG, but it is. I swear, it's something that SMS detractors would be like, "Wow, even in their nonsense categories, they have RNG." It's like, come
The
on,
Mario
guys. It's
64 players.
yeah, exactly. Looking at you guys. SMS gets way too many distractors. Real talk.
I was thinking they're gonna come out of the woodworks again because like the Switch 2 is gonna have GameCube NSO. I wonder if like all the 64 players are gonna like enter the Discord again to like weigh in on it. Because that's what
I
happened last
think
time with 3D All Stars.
is that really? That's so goofy.
And that's fine. Like I do think everyone, should have an opinion to be completely fair. I'm not like trying to take that away, but
I think there's some things that I agree with more than like I think a lot of the casual complaints, which is like pachinko is very unintuitive. The way you're supposed
yeah,
to get to
it is.
lily pad is stupid. That I mostly agree with actually.
Oh yeah,
But a lot of the
100%.
speedrun specific complaints, it's like that's because all you know is any percent because you don't play the game. And even then you can get so good even with bad luck. So
Yeah, like I would say that any percent you could PB in any percent till like 114 technically without even having to like think about RNG. It's hard, don't get me wrong, but like
you
it's
probably think about it a little. All right, until 114. Yeah, I guess that's
well,
fair.
yeah, like it's still important.
I
Like the
agree
thing
with
is,
that.
it's like I'm just saying within your control, right? Like you could
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
get
that I agree
114
with. That I
entirely
agree
within
with.
your control. But like
Which
then
is
from
kind of
there, you're
crazy to
like,
think about.
yeah, yeah. From there you're kind of like crying a little bit, hoping you can, get early cycle every run. But
Yeah, it's really diminishing returns. I feel like playing any percent.
yeah, some people
It's
really enjoy it. I know Ramato's in the chat. He'll, yeah, I think Ramato likes any percent a little more than I do. I will say I remember like back in the day, I would always see players who have like 125s like complaining about RNG, and I'm like,
Yeah, no,
you
that's
know,
that's the
it doesn't
worst
really
mindset
matter.
to have.
Like I get it, it is annoying to like lose time to something out of your control, but I'm like, you can
Yeah,
just
but it's like you can just play better. Like,
yeah. All right, so
I
Victus
do
had a
like
little bit
that
of trouble there.
RNG feels like it matters so little, and like a lot anything that isn't any percent. Like it matters a bit in 120, but I feel like that's also so long that you can outplay most of it, or play around most of it. And then I don't know, like bingo. When's the last time a match was decided by RNG? I literally can't think of one that
I
ever
can't think of a
happened.
single example. Yeah, yeah. Even
Yeah.
non-lockouts, to tell you the truth. There are, which is like, more of a race. I honestly cannot
Mhm.
name to you how many matches like Deathline slash Bread Ghost and like non-lockouts like lost to me because of RNG.
Yeah. No
Yeah, there
way
there is
Ramato's on
pseudo RNG.
50-50s.
No, no,
No,
he's right. He's
no,
perfect. He's
I've
cooking.
argued with him about this so much where it's like it's not a real 50-50 if you're in your opponent's head, kind of.
No,
If
I'm
that
with
makes sense.
Ramato on this
Well,
one,
it
unfortunately.
depends on the exact. The thing is that it's so rare to get a pure 50-50. It does happen,
It happens.
but like it's very rare to get a pure 50-50. And then in many other scenarios, it's like you can be playing setup, you can split play. Like there's usually so many options that aren't pure 50-50s.
I agree, but I will still say there are a lot of, or at least a non-negligible amount of 50-50s that are just straight up 50-50s. It happens. It
That's
does happen.
fair. Like
Maybe all the time is not correct.
the one time I can think of like a true 50-50 is like I think you playing Mike, and it comes down to like 6 Rico shines and Pianta
Dude,
hidden,
I'm
and
still
you have
mad about
Pianta.
that match.
You remember that match, right? I see.
I
What's cool
hate
about
that
bingo is
match.
that if you remember a match that someone else played, you can talk to them about that match because they will remember it. Everyone
I remember
remembers their
all of
own
my
games.
matches.
Yeah,
I was impressed with how he played it, but I was very salty that I like lost the 50-50 that hard. Also, PK is screwed now.
yeah, that's a jelly miss.
That's pretty
I
bad,
almost did a
actually.
scrim with tomato. Do it, dude. Come on. I feel like you'd have fun.
If you ask me about any one of my matches, besides like maybe like matches that happened like 2020 or 2019, I remember all of them.
I believe that.
Oh,
I don't doubt
the
you at all.
plant went back in. And yeah, I don't remember anyone else's matches that well. I don't. JJ versus Larvae season 2. I have no idea what happened in that. I probably commentated it. That's the funny thing.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Some like matches stick out to me, and then some others were like, eh. A lot of it depends, I think, on if I watched it live, which kind of makes sense, I think.
There are some matches I remember, but largely speaking, I don't know. I have actually rewatched a lot of matches like in the past year or two. Like I was like having a time where I was just like binging like all the old um bingo matches from season 1, season 2. I was having a good time with it. Like we had some good times. We had some good times.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's so many great games out there. From
Yeah.
any quality that you desire, there's so many great games.
There's cursed games that are good, and then there's good games that are cursed, and
And there's good
I'm just
games
saying
that are
words.
good and cursed games that are cursed. Like it's it's perfect.
Yeah. All right. So I don't really know how
Who's
ahead
ahead?
PK is. It feels like
Yeah.
kind of a tied-ish game, but PK is I feel like behind. What is PK doing?
No, I assume this is to avoid the fish going into the invis wall, but I feel like it's like you're playing it a little too safe. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's
I'd
the thing
say,
with matches. Like, there's some matches where it's like, if I commentated it, I cannot watch it back for the life of me, which is funny because I do like, YouTube videos and whatever. So
mhm.
you'd think I'd be like able to like listen to my own voice without cringing. I still can. Like, if I'm hearing
No,
myself
I
commentating,
sympathize
I
completely.
yeah, especially because I've definitely had some like really awful commentaries like back in my day.
Mhm.
Like, I can't
No, I
listen to
mean,
this.
you know that bingo video that I came out with semi recently? Like, I can't watch it
Yeah, yeah.
back anymore for the life of me because I had to listen to it so many times in editing, and now it's just like grating to me. It's like I can't do it.
I yeah, yeah,
Uh,
I can't do. I don't even watch a lot of my own videos back.
yeah.
I'm just like I can't watch this.
I feel like because you also watch it so many times while you're actually making it, right? Because you're like cutting up segments, right? You're probably like editing, doing a lot of stuff. I know I did a lot of editing stuff, mostly because I'm bad at it, so it took a lot of time.
I
But
still have to watch your video. I've not watched it. I'll be completely honest with
you're not
you.
missing
I
that
do.
much, I'd say.
I just wasn't like super invested in that tournament, so it's like I feel like I wouldn't know a lot of
That
what
makes
happened.
sense, yeah. I
Like I've
tried to
still been
like
trying to like
explain like
actually
the
watch
stakes
things.
around it and stuff, but it's obviously you can't explain everything.
PK getting decent birds, except he. Oh well, never mind. Commentatorship
Come
curse.
on, you can't be saying that. PK has
That is
gotten
definitely.
that bird killed pretty well, at least. The one that
Yeah, he's got
flies
experience.
towards the hidden, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea
All
who's
right.
that actually. This
Oh, okay.
reminds me
That's actually.
exactly of last game, I feel
Dude,
like.
we're going through
Where
the exact same. It's like literally the
yeah.
exact same match, like same time losses, same like race. You know, it's like I guarantee you, if you brought up the last race and put it up to this point, you would have a very similar image.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it feels so last race what happened from this point for those joining right now is PK missed the return linked.
Yeah,
Uh and then Invic fell in Rico, and then PK fell awful style twice in Rico, and then that decided the game. Uh, at the very end, yeah, PK had some cataquax nonsense. He fell from the rope, so PK had a tough ending the gelato last race. So let's see if
yeah.
that holds true here. I think his lead is
PK still.
smaller than last time,
I think
if
it's
he has a
slightly
lead at all.
bigger, actually. I actually think he's like in a slightly better position just by virtue of the fact that he's not messing this
Yeah,
part of
I was
gelato
gonna
up
say I
yet.
think it's bigger now, but I meant like before where he messed up. I would say he had a slightly smaller lead than before, but now it's obviously bigger because he like if he falls from the rope, I'd say it wouldn't be bigger again, you know?
PK needs to remember that he needs the cataquack, which he is currently missing. Hope he remembers. Okay, he remembers.
Yeah, he members, he members.
All right, this gelato looks a lot like better than last time by
To be
virtue of
fair,
not
that's not the
losing.
hardest thing to achieve after last
By
time, but
virtue of not falling twice from the ropes. Yeah.
yeah, like 3 cataquack misadventures. That was brutal. But PK I think is looking to take us to a game 3 here. I actually believe.
Yeah, he didn't drown.
He could have died in the water.
You know, he gotta get.
uh,
Could
I
have got
love this
flung by the
community, man.
cataquac. If you get hit by the red cataquac 7 times, you could die.
He certainly could. Can't believe he died in Gelato Hunt or
That is an
Tenson.
insane coconut throw. What the heck was that? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
What was the throw? I didn't. Was that in Vic?
You're
I
gonna
didn't
see
see
it.
what
You're
happened.
gonna see it when he goes over to the bridge, and it's like literally on the teetering edge of the freaking bridge. That was insane, dude. What?
He's sick.
Are you serious? We don't really know who's winning either, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, yeah. If that makes you feel better, we don't. We don't really know either.
Do you see that coconut? Can you see it? Do you see that from there? It's
I,
kind of
I'm
blurred.
I'm just gonna see when he picks it up. I've kind of resigned myself.
that is that is BS. As someone who's gotten screwed by that throw like my whole life,
I gotta see this.
I'm actually kind of mad. Like
There's no way. Did the peg stop it? That's crazy.
Romano, you are bullying. I could see it. I could see it.
All right, so if I had to guess, I'd give PK like a 10-second lead here.
Yeah,
If that. Like it's very, very close.
Mason, that is rude. Someone should be rooting for PK that isn't PK. That is what we
So
call
funny though.
brutal
That's so
toxicity.
funny. Uh, I feel like I've seen
Damn.
the name Dog Trainer before too. That's crazy
I'm
though.
pretty sure they're a
Wow.
PK viewer. I think I see them in PK
Yeah,
streams
yeah,
before.
right.
That
I
was
was gonna say
brutal.
I've yeah, like definitely a friend
Mason,
of
my
PK's, right?
team already is like out of it. Do you have to
Crazy.
like bully us further?
His ult is crazy.
It might
uh,
be the most unhinged thing I've ever seen Mason say, to be honest. I gotta
Mason's
respect it.
funny, dude. Mason's funny.
Mason's a funny guy.
Yeah, we don't, he doesn't get enough credit, but he's a goofball just like the rest
He's
of
a
us.
funny guy. Yeah. Oh, this is really bad, actually,
Win
this angle.
Spirit? Yeah, okay, he's fine.
I am also rooting for a game 3. but my nausea has also kind of like returned a little bit from being sick,
Oh
so
no, that
I would also
sucks.
survive if not. But I'm in it. I'm committed to the bit. I'm pushing through at this
Sorry
point.
for making you feel nausea.
No, I mean no one's making me. I literally could have just got
No,
off
I know.
comms, but
I'm just poking fun.
I
Yeah,
don't want to
yeah.
like leave like 20 minutes in, 40 minutes in. I'd rather just finish this out.
I get you.
Does everyone just do this wall kick now? Like, are you kidding me?
The sub one? That's really not that
Yeah.
bad.
Is it new? I like both these players do it. I've never seen it
I did
before.
it when I like played bingo in like 21.
What?
So I
Mm.
don't know. I assume it's everyone knows it. I don't know. I feel like I've done
I
it for as
literally
long
just
as I
grab
know.
onto the grate and like wall kick and then grab onto the grate to get out. Which I guess is slow. I don't know.
Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm going crazy. I thought you meant the wall kick up to the sub that PK did at the same time. I was like, what? You don't know that? No, no, that wall kick I also didn't know until today. So you're right. My bad.
Any strat that has like been invented like after I'm gonna say 2021, I am probably not familiar with.
Fair enough. You're gonna need to whip out that ace. Sorry.
I'm not learning that.
I know. I
like
have
learning.
zero interest in ace. It's actually so
That's
cool how
like
many people have
learning.
done it though.
It's
Did
like
Dex,
learning a
did you
whole
ever
new
get
game,
yours?
honestly.
I don't know if Dex
Dex?
is still here. He was here like a while ago.
Wait, Mason, you're in the chat, right? If J. Cool did it, that was like my hope that J. Cool would like bust it out against Ramato in the times that we have Ramato J. Cool matches. Would that have counted? Would that have been illegal?
I
No one
think
ever
it
gets the rocket in
specified
Rico
no
6.
ace.
Oh, that's unfortunate. What is this from PK?
I
Okay,
could
it
be wrong
worked.
actually. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine.
All right,
And
we
with
have a
that,
tie.
PK has a slight lead. Very slight.
We're gonna have the same thing happen, aren't we?
Yeah, it's so close actually. PK's like 5 seconds ahead of where he was last time with respect to Invic.
We're literally gonna go through the same thing again.
Oh, he's fucking on the linked. Oh, this is so close. It's actually incredibly
Dude,
close.
this is actually
PK
very
stream's
close.
lagging a
PK like
little.
cannot mess this up at all.
Yeah, it all comes down to this. It's PK of the clutch gene.
No. Sorry, PK, I love you, but
No.
no, you don't. He does not. I
Okay, 47.
think PK would agree with me. It's all right. PK like he
PK.
does that rollout again. He just has no
I
fear.
know. I can't believe he went for that again. Okay.
Dude, this
Oh,
is
it's
like
like it's so close. It's actually
part of
so
this is my
close.
fault. Like PK is going for strats that I kind of hate, but I go for in my run. Okay, now he
Oh,
doesn't.
they're
Last time he went for a
literally
strat that
tied.
he. Oh my.
They are literally tied. They are literally tied. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
He's
PK
sweating
winds
bullets
up
right
the
now.
spin jump a little more. Oh, Invic trying to do
Oh,
some ledge grab stuff.
I don't know.
Oh, PK hovered a little early. Okay, he got
Oh,
the coin.
okay.
Now they just both
The
have to
stream
trade.
delay could
Stream
be
delays
like
everything here,
really
yeah.
important here. I don't know who's actually ahead.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm gonna ask Ramato to say who won because I honestly have no like with stream delay. I'm gonna have zero idea.
Yep.
PK, I think won.
Time. Maybe? Really hard to say.
I have no clue.
24:32. That's a really good race time. Let's see what Invic has.
Okay, I think PK because PK typed first. I think it's his. That's a good time after PK. It's good.
I mean,
I
Invic's
don't remember.
also done. Who knows what his time is?
All right, PK has DM me confirming that this is a PB. All right, 5 second.
24:37. Wow,
All
what
right,
a game.
going to game
Holy
3.
moly. And Invic with the race PB, by the way.
That's a race
What a
PB
run.
for. That's PB for both of them, by the way.
Yeah,
I
they
think.
both PB'd. That's actually awesome. Can't wait for them to
Sorry.
both submit this to SRC with our nonsense comms.
I don't think either of them are gonna. Oh my goodness. PK
I
doesn't
just thought
submit
it would be
anything.
funny. That's true. I don't submit much either. I sympathize. But yeah,
I will submit runs I'm proud of.
what a race.
That's it. All right. Well, we're going to game 3.
Yeah, that's the only
Now
reason
that
I
we've
have
said
anything
everything,
Sunshine submitted is for the Winter Fantasy League because they were like, please put your PB up before.
I've PB'd before where it's like a 5 second PB, and I'm like, I literally do not care to take the time to highlight and submit this.
Yeah, I sympathize. We've all been there.
Yeah. All right. Invictus says, please give me like 3 minutes. So we will
I
give him 3 minutes.
sympathize. Yeah,
Yeah, PK like lost. So PK was saying he had a few catastrophes. That was like the jail blue. Um,
that's probably the
I don't
biggest
really
one to be honest.
actually don't remember
Like,
anything.
yeah, they both played pretty well. I was very impressed. Uh,
Definitely the route differences are what makes this kind of hard almost to like commentate because we don't know who's really ahead and who's behind for most of this.
mhm.
So we'll have to see what happens here. I don't know. Anything I'm trying to think of things to say to fill out the time.
Yeah, look, I don't know, man. We're just here. We're along for the ride. Uh,
I'm just
and
vibing.
yeah, double PB is crazy. I can't believe that, to be honest.
You should play this category to me. You should at least do one run at some point in your life.
I probably should, yeah. At least beat
I've actually been
PK, you know?
grinding
I
this a
feel like
little
that can't
bit
be
in
bad.
some of my free time. I've been playing a little bit of this.
Mm. It's a good cat, like,
I'll be
I don't
honest,
know.
it's basically because Peaches said he was gonna bot me, and it looks like he will. So,
Mm.
and he
Yeah,
will
gotta stay on
anyway, just because
top.
he's literally faster than me at this point. But
Is
I
he?
got to make
I
him
feel
work
like
for it. You know?
since the sub 3, Peaches has also been just as washed as just as washed as anyone else.
It depends if like you think 10 shines no shines amounts to more bingo speed or 120 speed. Anything 120 speed, and I massively lose to Peaches.
Yeah, that's fair.
Peaches is
Here, let
good.
me look at these Tensin's times on the leaderboard.
My
Okay, Peaches definitely isn't up to date because he has a 23:59, and there's no way that's still the case if he is playing today. So, they have what, a
Peach,
21:17? That's pretty good.
it's not too bad. I don't go for like
Yeah,
any of the crazy strats, so
I should bop Ramato. Definitely couldn't,
good luck.
but
Good
yeah,
good luck
yeah,
with that one.
yeah. I don't think that's happening, but
Motto goes for all like the hard stuff.
I know.
All
I think
right,
he
so
like lost 20 seconds to a fish or something, and that was it in this run.
it is PB. That's wild.
I could be wrong. Ramato's gonna be like, actually, Ramato did get bested by 40 seconds though, so that means
I think
that
Ramato
that's
and
gotta
Shadow
all be
Mario
on the table.
27. Ramato and Shadow Mario 27 were like trading world records for a while. I remember.
Yeah, I think they raced to sub 20, and then SM got it, and Ramato was like, I don't care. Ramato can feel free to correct us, but
Ramato could also
cringe
grind this
coconut.
category right now to restore his honor if he wants.
Yeah, but he's still too afraid to scrim me. Like that's crazy. Where's the
All
honor
right.
in that? No, I'm just.
Well, Invictus is either not starting or he has like a 10-second plus stream delay.
No, he said, what's it called? I'm gonna make sure this wasn't the file I saved with jail. Oh no, that was PK who said that. Never mind.
Oh,
He wanted to
okay,
make
never.
sure it wasn't jail blue saved,
Oh,
cause
okay,
he did
okay.
save jail blue. Remember? So.
He didn't save. He had the prompt come up. I don't think he actually saved though.
Oh yeah, he definitely just had the prompt come up. You're so right.
He might be misremembering, which is fair.
I just read PK's lips.
All right. Game 3 of the most important match of our lifetime. Do you think Mason or Mason? I'm like slurring. Do you
Nation.
think Mason should do a season 2 of this? People in the chat, do you think there should be a season 2 of this? Or I don't know if you call it
Honestly,
seasons, but
honestly, I mean, I think this was a pretty good season.
I think it was a success.
I think people really enjoyed it. I do think
I enjoyed it.
not as much got
Yeah.
restreamed as maybe people would have hoped for, but ultimately, like, I think everyone had a pretty good time. I just think team stuff in general is really cool. It's hard to go wrong
Like
with.
I'll say how much I enjoyed this tournament. I still had a very fun time despite me like losing all of my hype matches. And like normally I'm like the type of person who likes winning and stuff, and but I actually didn't even care. I was just vibing. I had a good time. So I think that should speak to that this tournament was actually very fun. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. 2v2 IL tourney with balanced teams. Interesting. Yeah,
That sounds
I have to
awful.
say, 2v2 task, super cool. I loved it so much.
Yeah, I didn't watch it directly, but I was keeping up with it just because like Romano and PK are my friends, so I was like keeping up with some of the results and
Mhm.
stuff.
Did you see when
It
I
looked cool.
bested Ramato and like almost won?
No, sorry,
Damn, you
I don't
missed
remember.
out. That's totally fair, but let me just say that Ramato can attest that I should have won that week.
I was not paying that much attention to it.
Larvy will actually have my back on this. That's that I know for sure.
It was cool. I actually think that SMS events have been like really cool in the past few years. Like, there's like a good balance in them, right? So there was like an IL tournament. Um, what was that like 6 months ago? There was an 80%
Yeah, that was also good.
tournament. There was like a stock market, whatever this tournament's called, the PB improvement things.
Yeah, was there one of those recently? I mean, that was like a while ago now, right?
In my mind, recently is like 2022.
Anything after 20? Yeah, yeah, okay. That's
I
fair.
don't
That's
remember.
fair. I'm just making sure.
But my point is, I actually think there's been like a very good like event scene for SMS in the past few years.
Yeah. No, I mean,
So
we've had cool events. We might not have had like the buzz or whatever that like a bunch of people are seeing it, but like I think in for the players, it's been really awesome,
yeah.
which is
So this has
what's
been
really
like
important, you know? We don't need the gambling sponsor yet. That can come later.
yeah. Anyway, forgot the match was happening. I don't know.
I don't know. I've just been joking around a lot about
What are we gonna
gambling
say the
sponsors.
third time that we did not say the first two times? Like that's kind of the issue with this. I don't know.
Yeah. At least the race is good. Like it's close.
It's a good race. Yeah. I don't know if PK has won anything in this tournament, so I think he's gonna be wanting a win here. Invictus's whole team has been like winning like every single like match they've played. So
Did you say he's been leading or
uh
bleeding time? I didn't hear what you said exactly.
oh, I was saying like PK is like probably hoping to win this because I don't think he's won anything in this tournament. I could be
Has
wrong
he
on
really
that, but
not? Damn,
no. Oh, I think
that's
he won the
tough.
80% relay because I was begging him to not game over.
Yeah, fair
I
enough.
was actually kind of I was like I was in the DMs. I was like you should grab a life, please. I felt kind of bad about it actually. I was like sorry PK.
It happens. It happens.
Anyway, I guess like I will say that Team Invictus ended up being like very strong throughout this, which is kind of surprising to me because like I actually thought that Team Darkman was going to be like the runaway like well-rounded because I think Team Invictus is like good, but besides like Ombo, they don't have someone like who's like super like I guess I'm trying to think of like the right
What
wording,
team
but
is
like not
JJ on?
JJ is on Team Invictus, so I guess that actually is an argument for them being
Them straight up both going lossless is probably the difference.
yeah. The problem, like the thing is, like I guess that what makes Team Invictus so good is like JJ is just good at everything, and he wins like everything because he's
JJ has literally
stupid looking.
farmed every event that he's been a part of, which is crazy. But
He's good. He's good at the game. Like you just
did PK get that
stop this
blue?
guy. I'm gonna assume he did. I think he did. I'm,
It was
I'm
close.
pretty.
I'm gonna. If he didn't re-enter, I guess he probably did. But
I'm actually fairly confident he got it, but
I just didn't see him collect it as the screen faded out. But
you know,
18 to 19, yeah, I think that's correct for both these guys.
yes.
Interesting.
All right, back here, back here
Yeah,
again.
back to the old sewer grindstone.
Yeah.
PK, how many times do you still want to bonk your head?
All right, Tomato. Here's the real question: if you were to what categories do you want to see if there was another tournament like this? Like, if you
Ooh,
had to
that is
choose
a
one
really good.
category,
Ooh, that's a really good question, actually. I'd have to give it some thought.
my my thought would be not true hundos, but all hundos.
I'm not a big all hundos believer, I have to admit. It's not really
Yeah,
my style.
it's kind of a whatever category. I like it, but it is.
Yeah,
I think it
I
would
feel
be.
like
I'm not saying it's
it,
my favorite category. I'm saying it would be good for this
it would be
event.
good for an event. I agree that it would be good for this event. I agree. I also agree that true all hundos would not be good for this event.
No,
Let me be clear. Uh,
that would be awful.
yeah. Yeah, because all hundos is what? Serena 1, Noki 1 or 2, I guess. Probably 1 is faster.
It's one, yeah.
Yeah, which is like, I don't really like Noki 1 hundo. Then Bianca 1 if you're a gamer, or 3 if you're not. Uh, which 3 is
Oh, I
cool, but
forgot
I
about
feel
that.
like if you want to play all hundos, you want to do 1.
It's like 20
Rico
seconds
1 is
faster. Yeah.
fine. Yeah, yeah. Rico 1's fine, I guess.
Pin at 200
Gelato
sucks.
1 is meh. Yeah, it's like what hundos are we really doing that are like awesome? There's so many
You know
awesome
what?
hundos in the game, and you're kind of doing all the stinkers, you know?
I hate to say it, but you're kind of making me realize this category is not as good as I remembered it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
like, you're
like
kind of
Serena
right,
1 is
actually.
cool, Rico 1 is fine, and then from there it's like a Piano 1 is cool. I forgot about Piano 1. I do
Piano
like
one's
Piano
good.
1.
Bianca 1/100s really sucks. Pin at 200s
It's
really
so bad.
sucks.
Yeah.
Start on 1/100s if you're like good is good, but if you're like washed, it sucks.
Yeah, Serena 1 you have to practice, which I haven't done.
It is a good bingo practice category. That is absolutely correct, which is partially, I think, why so many people played it back in the day.
hmm I'm trying to think. I feel like there's a lot of like those little misc categories that could be all right, like all M graffitis, maybe even like stuff that people haven't played as much, so that it could really be an opportunity for people to lab it. So like I'm
All
sure
M
whatever the all M
graffitis.
graffitis isn't fully labbed. I'm sure like all enemy blues or all NPC blues. I mean maybe that's a little less complicated, but maybe something short but complicated would be like that would be interesting to route and then also interesting to play.
All enemy blues is like the funniest category on the boards in my opinion because it's like it was literally done
Yeah.
once in a race of like 5 people, and I don't think anyone. There's one runner who's doing like literally every category extension, so they put one of each on the board. Besides that, I don't think anyone has actually played it, but it's on the leaderboard.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That'd
mean,
be a good one.
it could work. I feel like it would just be budget 20 shines.
All NPC blues might not be too bad. I actually suggested that to Mason, I think.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad one. That's it's just a lot of whenevers, right? Basically. And then
Yeah, me and
Kiana.
Sid were like
A lot of
trading
pipe
records
shines.
on it back and forth at one point.
I
Or
think
I
I even
actually don't
have
know
a
if I
time
ever
on
got
the
the record.
leaderboard. Good times.
I feel like we're just witnessing the same like I'm sorry we're not talking about the match, but it's like
Yeah,
I
it's
feel like
like
we're
what are
just
we really gonna
witnessing
say on the third go that we haven't said
like it's like the
on
same
the
exact
first and
difference in
second?
like time as like the last few. So it's like I
Yeah.
don't know. PA's gonna do a barrel whenever. Should we explain
I th-
barrel whenevers again?
I think what's it called? I think the IL LTA thing was really cool. The 2v2 IL LTA, or like you get 3 minutes to get a time. I think that kind of stuff is really cool.
I'm glad people liked it. I guess for me, I'm not like super into IL, so I'm like the wrong audience for it, you know. But
Mm.
I think it was a success just judging by like people's excitement for it, and there was a lot of like even in my team group chats, I could tell there was a lot of excitement for it.
Yeah. Which I
So
mean,
that
I
seemed to
just
be a
think it's a
success.
super cool thing, I guess. Like, I
Yeah,
know you kind of have to be an IL head, but like,
yeah.
I just think like you get an opportunity to see strats in ILs that you would never really see elsewhere, and that's why I think like quote unquote televised IL competition is good. And it's just hard to
I
like the one try is cool, but I'm not like as much I don't like that format as much because it really rewards playing safe stuff, right? So, I don't know. I like being able to kind of go crazy.
yeah. I'm glad. I do think I'm actually glad to see like IL tournaments happen. Like even if I don't personally care that much, I do think like it's good that other events besides bingo happen. To be
Yeah, yeah.
completely honest,
No, I fully agree.
it also gives
And
us
some of
bingo
them like
players who are
really hit for
unwashed
me.
time to become more washed.
Yeah.
Anyway, PK failed barrel winners like 5 times, I think, so that is
I
a
did
time loss.
see that. I didn't really want to. I didn't really have anything to say about it, but
You know that I lost a match to Ramada once because I did barrel winners and failed them like 5 times in a row. It was
I
actually
actually
really
don't
bad.
doubt that. I don't doubt that one bit.
It was like one of my worst matches of all time. Like to this day, I don't even remember it remembers, and then Deathline like once in a while will like remind me of it, and I'm like, okay.
Damn, that's tough. You hate to have Deathline remind you of your stinker matches.
Ramada, do you remember that? That was pretty bad. I'm not, to be fair, I'm not gonna say like I would have won had I not done that, but like, I
That was like the
lost
insta
because of it.
loss. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I get that.
I think I forfeited it after that. And I was like, oh, whatever.
Damn. I
I
feel
think
like it's
someone like
actually
said
pretty
my
sick.
route was bad.
I think it's pretty sick to have never forfeited a bingo, and I'm trying to think if I ever have. I mean, I've had like no
Yeah,
shows, I guess, but I don't think I've forfeited within a match that was started.
I can't say the same. I forfeited way. To be
Yeah.
fair, I've not forfeited in like recent times. I'll usually just like either finish it out or just like, go
You
do
also
something
haven't lost
stupid.
a lot in recent times, so
Not until this
I
tournament.
guess yeah, the Ombo loss, but that was also like close enough to be worth playing out anyways.
That was a good. I
It was a
actually like.
good
I
win.
talked to a few people about that match, and like people like besides like the Piano Five think I came up with like a very good route and played pretty well. So I'm not too
Yeah.
upset about it.
Honestly, I think just what Ombo did with the information was just fascinating.
Nah, he's good
That
at the
was what really
information game.
captivated me.
Yeah,
Yeah, but just
he's a
some of
tough
his
player.
vibe delays were like so unsafe, it was like insane.
If a player's gonna delay like that, it's kind of hard sometimes to like play around that. So
Yeah.
it'd be what it be.
It's so crazy. I swear every time you see like an Ombo game or like a Libre game, you'll see like just a crazy delay that just works somehow. It just works.
I am a very like relatively safe delayer.
Safe
Like
delayer. Yeah.
because I feel like I get punished for that stuff more. Like I feel like if I did any of the delays
Yup.
Ambo did, I would have like
You
over
would
delayed
have
it and
gotten
lost.
punished.
But
Yup.
Jeff
I
versus
feel like I've
Larvae
kind of
season two.
switched
That
between.
match.
I think in general I'm a pretty safe delayer, but uh, I feel like I'm trying to pick up more risky delays at this point, just because I think they're strong
I just delay
ultimately.
within my means, like I know times, or at least I used to know, like, all right, this any percent shine is exactly 1 minute and 17 seconds. So I'd like have a good feel for like if I knew where a player was, how long to delay something.
Yeah, yeah.
These days, I honestly don't remember any percent split times that well, so
I don't either. It's
oops.
okay.
I
Mine are
don't know
all
anymore.
like the thing is that you kind of learn timings just from playing. Like I'm like, yeah, Rasmus is good. Like he could probably have done like a pin of 1 and 2 in this time, and then you click it.
Jeff versus
It's
Larvae
like
was another invasion match where I um arguably came up with like a better route, but I just like had terrible execution and lost like pretty early on because of that. Like me and Larvey agreed that my route was like I remember that at the time, and it was kind of disappointing because like I was on a scrim, like I'm not gonna say win streak
Bender.
against Larvey, but I was racking up like wins and scrimmages, and then we get to like an actual tournament match, and I have like one of the worst showings of my career. So a lot of
Yeah,
people were sad, and by a lot of
it
people, I mostly
happens.
just mean me. So
I get it. I get you.
anyway, we're back in gelato.
Bingo is a chess game.
PK.
Man, I've been thinking about what bingo really is. And I feel like it becomes more and more from chess to poker. I know I said this in like our pre-game or something, but I think that's what it's going to turn more into. More about like bluffing, like even more focused on the information game as opposed to like cuz like at chess there's also an information game, I guess, but I feel like all the cards are on the table in a way in chess.
Oh,
PK,
this is really bad.
no, that's a game deciding
It
kind of
might be, yeah.
incident.
That's unless Invictus has the same thing happen, that's really bad.
This is why I'd like what's it called? This is why I'd rather he just risks it goes out of bounds, uh, rather than play the fish game.
Wasn't
There we go. Okay, he does
wasn't
get
there
it.
like a pausing issue, Larvey? Like, didn't I like I don't know. I remember something happened where I was like clicking or like unclicking a goal or like I had to pause. Like there was something. I don't know. But maybe I also had a gameplay mistake. I don't remember. This is like 4 years ago. You know? Do you remember what happened 4 years ago, Tomato?
No, I don't
I
remember
don't.
Jeff Larvey. I have to admit, that's probably just not one I happened to watch.
I remember because I played it. That's it, and I lost sadly.
All right, so this is Invic is up 2 blues. Those 2 blues are the coconut or the Rico Tower, I guess, in PK's case, and
And Banana Lady.
uh and Banana Lady, right? So Invic
I-
really has like a 30-second lead or something.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually don't think PK can win this unless Invictus chokes.
I mean, depends on what exactly you call a choke, but it does require definitely some mistake, at the very least. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Just because like sometimes you get trolled, like I think I just have a very strict definition is of what a choke is because I'm so familiar. So so I really, everywhere like you could argue that any big mistake is a choke, but it might not even be the nerves. It might just be like some stuff is still hard, man. These
These
birds could be a
birds
big
could be
difference maker. That's yeah, that we both
okay.
realized at
Those
the
were
same time. Those
really
were really good birds from PK. Yeah.
that was huge. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure like
Well, let's
120 runners would be like those were terrible. He lost like 3 seconds, but that was pretty good.
I don't think 120 runners would be that unhappy with those birds. I'm gonna be honest.
Uh,
I,
that
maybe like SB and SM or something, but like I don't know. You put that in front of Peaches. Peaches is gonna be like, hell yeah, man! I didn't fly away. you know?
I'd be good at that. I'd be popping off of that was my birds.
Yeah, right.
Still looking for the birds.
Yeah, this is. You see, like this is. I guess the question is: this a choke, right?
No, not
Uh,
really.
yeah. See, right. So but it is the gameplay error that PK needs. So,
PK
uh,
definitely needed that right now. Might not be enough, but it's the start. You know, I'm rooting for PK to win this, not just because he's on my team, whatever. But I feel like Invictus's team has been doing so well, and they've also had like some plot armor to the point where I'm like, seeing a little deviation once in a while doesn't hurt, right?
have
It's
they
it's
had
nice
plot
to
armor? I
see
haven't paid close
that
attention, to be honest.
they're also good at the game. I'm not taking that away, but I also feel like they've been like if you were to write a story about this tournament, right? They would be like the heroes. They'd be like on the
There
hero's
was the
journey.
Invic Rasmus 120
Yeah,
nonsense.
exactly. That's exactly what I'm getting at. Like stuff like that. I'm not saying like the team isn't good. Like they're definitely all good players, but I'm also saying like seeing the underdog win once in a while. Can we just have that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Look, I'm hoping our team wins a week. We're the real underdogs.
Tomato, we gotta speak realistically, man. I'm joking. I'm sorry.
Look, all I'm
I'm
saying
sorry.
is if Rox locks in like crazy for the task with our route, and then we win the 120 relay, it happens. The question is how hard is that lock in gonna happen?
I think Mad Tyro would need to literally like he's just a good ILer, He's good. He's fast.
He is, but I don't know. The task I did, like Mad Tyro beat me by like half a second, and I didn't really grind it because I was just the
You're
manager
also
video.
a good player.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I consider you a good player.
I think that's crazy.
You're
I
more
think
into
I'm
ILs than I am. Like to be completely fair,
I
I
I
don't
get- I can see
IL.
that.
I
I
bingo
did
IL.
actually
I'm
have a
like
pretty good
one.
task competition. I'm pretty happy about how that ended up overall. It's like I can have some moments, but uh I'd say some moments is all I can really have at this at this stage. Wait,
This
so
is gonna
so
be a
they're really like,
close
yeah, I was gonna
Rico.
say they're tied up basically again. We're back at this scenario where they're both entering Rico at like about the same time. PK has to get the tower blue, but last time this was good enough.
That's why we've been talking about like basically everything else because I don't think we have anything left to say that hasn't been said about this category.
Look, man, it's so hard to feel like my ILs are crazy, and then I look at the leaderboard and I have like four that are above the like 75th percentile or something crazy. Like I have very few ILs that are really that good.
All I have is Manta. That's all in terms of ILs that people care about.
Let's go.
That's all I got.
See, the cool thing is that my ILs people don't even care about. So I have like some box game BS.
Well, people
I have
cared
some
about
like
your beach pipe IL enough to take it off the board.
yeah, but I mean like are we really gonna sit here and act like beach pipe is all that? Like that's what, like 40 way tied now? More if you
It's a
count
great IL.
15.6. If by great you mean doo-doo fart, I
Nah.
agree.
I wonder the year in time where like ILs will like all just be tied. Like I feel like if people just keep getting good at the game and people find less and less, I'm not saying it's gonna be soon, but I'm gonna be saying like in the year 20, like 30 or something. Like I wonder if like there's gonna be like a bunch of ILs that are just like all tied to the frame.
I think there's some I can imagine that happening way more with than others.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
some secret stages, I could see it. A lot of Shadow Marios, I could see it, right? A lot of those are already tied uh, at the top. But as some, it's just like the more complex ones, the long ones. Like I don't really see hundreds becoming that optimized to where we're like getting anywhere
No,
close to maxing them out.
especially because no
Or
one
like a long
cares. To be
shines like
completely
Piana
honest.
8. Yeah, that's true. I care a little bit.
I'm waiting for the day that people do bingo ILs again. I've been waiting a long time for that day.
I considered it and then I kind of stopped considering it for a while.
The problem is like if
Uh,
it's just me doing ILs, like it's not really fun for anyone, which is fair. I totally get that. Like if
yeah.
you're not like if you don't have like a wide breadth of players, grinding it, like I get
Yeah,
it.
you need like you need some competition. I remember when me and Tober were fighting over some bingo ILs, and that was definitely like the most active I ever was doing bingo ILs.
Yeah. Oh wait, I forgot PK has to do this. Oh yeah, he's
Yeah,
actually
PK
just
has to do
behind.
this. I mean, he's behind, but it's also not over. We've seen crazy stuff
Might
this
be with
race.
that
Well,
angle.
that is also crazy.
That is true. Like with like blue coin ILs, you have to like go in and like um, you know, time it on the frame.
Yeah. This is looking like an Invic win right here.
I don't see how Invictus loses this unless like
He'd have to pull the PK fall from game one. That's what would
yeah,
have to
that's like
happen.
the only way. Which,
It could happen. We did see it once already this
oh
game,
wait,
but I
Invictus
don't know.
missed this link. Wait, he missed the
Oh
link.
wait,
That might be the
wait, wait, wait,
start. I don't
wait.
think it's enough, but
It all of a sudden things get a lot closer though. So
it's closer. It's not enough, but if
PK's
Invictus
down
like
like 10
falls
seconds.
again, I will say I'm kind of surprised she missed that link at all because that's a
He
pretty
even gets
easy.
the
I
M in
guess
advance, right? Oh, PK falls in the water.
yeah, we're
Now
still
PK's
relying
gonna
on
miss the
like
link. That's not true, but it is a little more awkward. Yeah, this is Invic has to fall here. That's or miss the last blue, I guess. That's also a possibility.
I don't think that's enough because there's like a backup that's like pretty quick
Yeah, I
for
mean
that.
you'd have to miss it like that in the backup once or something. It'd be pretty crazy. There might also be some stream delay stuff.
I don't think there is, just judging off the times from last
Not
race.
much for sure. Yeah, I mean, what's it called? If anything, it would suggest to me that Invictus is like maybe 2 seconds less delayed, which is obviously not going to be the difference currently. All right,
Maybe
Invic,
he like falls. Oh, that's no, that's actually perfect.
that's good. Yeah,
It was like almost a little low, but it was actually perfect.
this is a very good,
Good best of three. Yeah,
very good race. Yeah, like overall. PK is missing this blue for sure.
yeah, that was like the earliest.
Yeah, I mean he didn't have full speed either because I mean good backup, but yeah, it's just not enough. And Invic with the 2-1
Yep.
in very close fashion. This was a great best of three. All of them. This one probably came down to the wire the least. And
GG's to all.
yeah, great game.
Yeah, good
Cool.
stuff.
Match of the tournament. You could argue it. Yeah, it was up there for sure. This was really good.
I I, I would say Ramato. Ramato Ambo New Game Plus
Combo.
Blues was
That
cooler,
was
but
really good.
I'm
Yeah,
also
I
biased
probably
because
would
I
agree with you.
type for that.
All right. that being said, we're out of here. Actually, do they want to interview? Do we interview after races?
I don't think we interview for speedruns.
Fair
It's up
enough.
to Romano, I guess. I don't know if Romano, but
Yeah,
I
man.
think
Oops, I fell. Like, what are you really gonna say? You know?
yeah, there's not a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, well, PK joins anyway.
Well, someone's here. What's up, PK? Long
Hi,
time no
PK.
listen.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hi. Feeling good?
Another... No.
No. Fair enough.
Holy crap, we both played well.
That was
I
a
was
really
not
good race.
I was not okay, I expected at least one race to have someone fail jelly skip and have to quit or go to turbo gate or like something else tragic, but I don't think anything like particularly tragic happened, maybe except the end of race 1 for PK. That was
The
crazy
sprint
though.
winners were pretty tragic that game.
Oh yeah, I mean I got first try, third try, so it wasn't like tragic per se. It was like
I got
tough.
like second, third, fifth.
Yeah,
Oh, that's tough. Yeah.
The fifth was especially bad because of barrels.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing
Yeah.
barrels. Okay. I see. I was doing banana, so I could just pick it back up.
Yeah, that would have helped. Two
Yeah.
of those didn't feel like they should have failed to me, and I was like, okay, that's weird.
That's tough. Yeah.
Those are tough.
Barrels kind of finicky. Yeah. Match of the tournament IMO. Let's go. We entertained the people. That's what this was really all about.
Oh,
Holy
yeah. There's
crap.
definite entertainment from my side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a really good race all around, but now we have an invictor, and
Let's
that
go.
being said, Jay Glide's looking pretty comfy as that first seed.
Yeah, I think with that win, I assume JJ is gonna win any percent RTA, so I think that wraps up this week.
Hey, Dex is
Ambo,
gonna
wait,
get
I actually think this week was kind of hyped that we had Ambo versus Jeff, and then this race,
Yeah,
which
that
is
was
like
Yeah, two really good games.
this race was like I was playing out of my mind unironically. This is like the best I've ever done in an
pretty
event
well,
or
yeah.
tournament.
Yeah,
We were
that's
saying
not fair. What do you
you
mean
kept
you
playing
got
well.
24s repeatedly?
Hey man, the first one I got a low 25. Okay.
We were actually saying you looked like really practiced during this.
Oh yeah, I
you were
grinded a lot. Yeah. No, dude, the best part was was it? Well, no, the two things were Delfino shot a Mario, and y'all see the coconut lineup where I throw the coconut as I was entering the sewer or out of bounds.
I saw you.
Saw that? Yeah, I was proud of that. I was watching Slime do that, and he threw into the sewer. So I was like, okay, what if I find a lineup that's not as hard? So I immediately throw it, and it popped up near the second jelly blue, and I was like, okay, pretty good.
But yeah. I don't
Dude,
know.
I was
You know?
shocked. I was like the second race, I was like having the run of my like admittedly 3-day attempt life, and then you still beat me. I was like, oh, it's tough.
Yeah, the second game didn't go terribly for me. It was like
Double PB is nuts.
yeah, the only things that I screwed up like extremely that round was Jail Blue, which was the bane of my existence, and then I messed up the jelly skip pretty bad. But
Okay.
oh
I
wait,
see.
oh yeah, the
Which
third
one?
jelly skip, both of them. I think I screwed up
Oh,
both of
okay.
them that game.
Okay. Yeah, I hit
I
all
think
the jelly skips, which
three
I
of
was surprised at, because usually jelly skip is the one where the first one is where I fear the most, because like if I get stuck, it's rip. And if I miss, I tend to like over adjust and then get stuck. So
yeah, I missed the first, or I just missed it. I didn't get stuck in it the first time, but then I mean, it
I
was slower.
almost threw it in the third race because I forgot to spray the X near the tower blue. So I went there and I was like, oh wait, I haven't sprayed the Rico X. The Rico X next to the tower
Okay.
or on the tower.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot to spray it. So I got the fountain blue and I went to where that blue would normally spawn. And I was like, oh wait, I forgot to spray it. That was tough. Looks like it was a 16-second gap. Good enough. I almost could have PB'd too. If I didn't mess that up.
I would have been really sad if you PB'd 3 times against me.
No. The first one I don't think was PB. I think I messed
Oh.
up. Well, I got hit by a wind spirit. I'm pretty sure that ruined PB. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That wind spirit was kind of crazy because I was like, because normally when I'm in the air hovering, the wind spirit always misses me. But that was the one time I've seen where it hit me while I was in the air hovering.
Oh, yeah, where it hits you instead of the hover, so it just knocks you all the way down.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
sad
it knocked me onto the ship, which was not as bad. But yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was- 10
Yeah, I
SNS
mean,
is so
you played
cringe,
well, so
man.
I'm not too mad about it, even if I
You
didn't
played well
play
too, bro.
amazing.
You PB'd. You played.
Um,
You PB'd.
Yeah, my PB is a work in progress, but
And yeah, at this point, I feel like my
I'll take
PB is
it.
good enough that I need to learn the paper kicks in Rico.
Yeah,
Because everything else
probably.
I feel like is pretty good. I feel like I thought Coconut Lady didn't lose that much, but then I saw you doing Rico kicks, and I was like, oh wait, actually, this is much more than I thought.
Yeah, the Rico kicks, the game 3 kind of sucks. The first 2 didn't go terribly for me.
Yep, the first two. I feel like you did well, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it was fine.
Oh.
Like, you played well, and I can't be too mad about it.
You played well too, bro. Don't be hard on yourself.
You're really good,
Well,
honestly.
compared to the rest of this tournament, I played amazingly.
That's fair. Yeah.
That was
Bro.
like perfect gameplay for me compared to what 120 LTA was.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, one more thing. I know Inkstar said at one point that Delfino Shadow Mario is one of the hardest ones to hit. I don't see it, man. Like in runs, I was hitting like 5 times in a row or
Oh,
something.
Delfino Shadow
Yeah.
Mario with the.
The
I
quick
wish
kill.
I got to
Yeah.
do that. I got it the third game where I actually got Jail Blue, but the other 2 I
Oh,
didn't get
nice.
Jail Blue, so I was sad.
Yeah, Ewan
Yeah.
had a Jail Blue saga.
Jail Blue was having a time with me. I like the first one I just whiffed it completely. The second
The first one I saw you the first one I saw you land in the water or something.
Yeah, I was like, all right, well, that's fair. And then the second one, I like just hovered too low to where I couldn't get in.
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
tough.
oh, that's sad. And then the third one, I got it just fine, and I'm like, yeah, that's about right.
Gelato fish RNG and the third one went well, but the birds,
Oh.
I think one of the birds was kind of missing.
I nailed birds the third time. Oh, the fish hurt.
The second time the bird was really good. I think I could have golded that split. Yeah, but fish was bad, so it balanced out.
My fish left and decided to go under the ground, so I was sad. Just kind of went up.
Oh, it went under the ground. Oh, that's tough.
Yeah,
that's so
I was
tough.
like, and then I like went up to wait for it, and it just didn't want to come back out. I'm like, all right, this is where I'm at now.
All
the
right,
fact that I
hop
save
out.
time on Gelato is sad. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, take care, guys. Good race. I'm glad I got to be comment it.
I'm gonna watch it back. I'm excited to hear what the commentary is. I feel like
to be honest. I can't lie.
Did you just
it was yapping
the entire time?
I mean, we focused up like when the races got close at the end, but it's like when you
was there any glazing? Was there any glazing?
I mean, we both acknowledge that you both played pretty well. I'd say. I don't know about glazing, but
all right.
You know, to each their own.
All I know is if I was commentating Mod Tom, I'd be glazing him.
I would be negative glazing him, so that's
that's what
Bro,
that's
cooked.
That's what
Wait, we should commentary duo then. Perfect balance.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We can do that. I will flame tomato the entire time, regardless of who's playing. It doesn't matter who's playing. I can just flame tomato.
Yo, did you hear this guy practices 50 coins in certain levels?
Ew.
Yeah.
Practicing.
All right.
Take care, guys.
Are we done for today?